character will go through and you're a soldier and the chain of command breaks down and eventually you have to take out your superior officer to save a bunch of people and then you get bit.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is James in Nashville, and in this video I'm going to ask the question, could it be possible that we get that tank episode in the future? So what brings me to ask this question, most of you guys know the tank soldier story. Most of you guys have said we'd love to see it. Since Tales of the Walking Dead came out, a lot of people said, man, I wish somewhere in there was the tank story episode. But that's the little thing I want to talk about here at the beginning is, you know, maybe everyone doesn't hear interviews or doesn't hear actors say off camera, off screen in some interview or some Comic-Con or something like that, some of the things they say. But overall, there's several actors that said that they don't want to return. Steven Yeun is Glenn. You won't see him again. So people saying, man, I wish I could get a Glenn episode. You're not going to. So some things you just can't get. Some of the actors have died. Some of the actors definitely have gotten so much older. There's no way you could go back and do an origin story for that character back at the beginning of the apocalypse. So Tales of the Walking Dead hasn't been what most people thought it would be. Little snippet type stories like actually from the show, not the out of the box kind of thing that it is. And a lot of people have, like I say, requested or said, man, it'd be good to get the tank story. So in this video, I want to describe that a little bit, but also answer the question if we ever could or not. So if you're unfamiliar with the story, I'll have a link to my original video talking all about it. It's got some interview stuff and it reads a letter from Frank Darabont, and it really tells the details of what Frank Darabont had in mind for the first episode of season 2, which was the tank soldier story. But as a little quick refresher, or to kind of throw into someone who maybe doesn't know the story, the tank soldier from season 1 was going to have his own episode. And Frank wanted it to be like the episode opens, almost like a Private Ryan type, you know, not shaky cam, but a camera on the ground following this soldier and his unit, and it be kind of documentary style, or like, you know, gritty, not like necessarily the main show is shot. And as far as at the time, you know, I don't know if people would have figured out that that's the tank soldier until the end of the episode, but that's the direction Frank was trying to go with the script. You don't really realize maybe that that's who that is until the very end when he gets bitten and he crawls up in the tank. But Frank's story about this soldier was, before everything really hits the fan so much, they're ordered to get to a certain location, a street, and it's actually the street that tank's on that he actually makes it to, but he's just bitten when he gets there. But it shows them, you know, going through hell, getting there. It shows what they were describing as the soldier ends up having to frag his superior officer for gunning down civilians, but their orders are, don't let anybody out, shoot to kill, do not let this thing spread, do not let these people out. And it seems like he's mowing down some people, right? Well, in that episode, the little Easter egg that, other than, hey, that's the tank soldier, is Dale actually meets Andrea and Amy in the city, grabs them, puts them in the RV, and ends up, you know, at the quarry camp, getting out of Atlanta. But Andrea and Amy are in that crowd at the barricade that's starting to get mowed down. I don't know if it's by the superior officer or just by other soldiers, but Dale will save Andrea and Amy in that episode. It would just be a couple minutes of the episode, but you would see some of those original characters. Could we do that now? No, I think the actors are too old. And I don't think AMC would do it. But it would have brought back Amy's character for a few minutes in an episode of season 2. So Frank had planned this, and he had planned other little stories, he said, offshoots, and a lot of it at the beginning of the apocalypse. So I think Frank kind of knew what we wanted, a retelling of people's stories at the beginning a little bit. Let's see everybody's angle coming from the beginning of the apocalypse, not just Rick's. We did get to see a few throughout the series. We saw Abraham's and Eugene's a little bit. We got to see a little bit of Negan's, a little bit of Alpha's and stuff like that. But so many characters that we wanted to really see, you know, what happened with this character from the beginning. But really anything from the beginning, that's the stuff we like, right? But I think really answering you guys as far as not just can we do the tank episode, I don't think so. I just don't think, you know, we've passed too much time to do that and it makes sense or have the same impact. You know, we've come too far. It'd be a good story, but the impact may not be the same. We'd still like to see it, of course, but the actors are so much older now. I'm not sure they could pull that off. Not sure AMC wants to. And a lot of the other requests and things that you guys have been putting in the comments, they're all good. I'm not saying they're bad, and not that I don't want to see them either. I just know that that'll never happen and that'll never happen and stuff like that. You know, Abraham, something with him, he's very willing to come back to The Walking Dead. He's directed episodes. He'd, you know, do something again as far as acting to tell a backstory. I'm sure Eugene's character would as well. Rosita's character, if they wanted to do something. I think all those people still look at least close enough that they could pull it off. But some of them can't, and some of them won't. I do think the Tank Soldier story may go down as one of the best episodes that we never had, but that's just a thing. I don't think we'll ever get it, even though we all want it, of course. But hey, definitely check out the other full video, really detailing out about the Tank Soldier story if you want. And let me know what you think about it all down in the comments below, and you know I'll join you there. This is James in Nashville. As always, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more Dead Stuff.